Welcome to my game development stream. Today, to look what my next steps are. Last time I worked on app generation and collision. There are a few problems with the new stuff. First, let's start my environment and then take a quick look on the current game. Started as an localhost. Last thing I worked on was web generation and collision. Now I can't walk over trees or stones, and also the enemies not. And the enemies are stupid, they don't know how to find the way. And they can also spawn inside trees and are stuck forever. But I can still shoot over trees. And hard to see, but it's a lot of stuff I did not update. Okay. So one area to improve on is enemy spawning. I think this is enough. Let's look at my game tasks. Stone blocking, I don't have destroyable tiles. I have blockable tiles, map tiles, destroyable tiles. I think next time is enemy spawning. I need to improve enemy spawning. I will need not spawn on blocking tiles. This one I definitely need. But I have to think about how I spawn enemies. I look at my game ideas. Want to make enemies stronger the further away I'm from the middle. Maybe make different types depending on which direction I want. Some distance I get bosses. Okay. Still sounds fine. So, what options do I have? One problem is I'm dead. If I run just far away, these enemies won't catch up to me. And they are still calculated all the time. I can despawn them and spawn new enemies around me. I can also let them exist and will only move towards me if I'm near enough. So I need to choose one. Despawn enemies which are too far away. What else? When do I spawn enemies oder how? Spawn enemies constantly to always. To fight or or run around to find new enemies. It's like a choice. Constantly always have to run around to find new. To think despawning is easier. If I want to do something else, I can still change it later to despawn. And despawn sounds better for a start. Spawn enemies. So if I constantly spawn, and I will never get a break. Which is not bad necessarily. Or is it the easier one? Constantly spawn is like I have it currently. And I can spawn them depending on where are different yes. So T takes it easier. To implement despawn. Takes the easier option. Easy to implement. So if I have to run around to find new enemy, is easier or harder? I think the first one is easier. That's what's currently happening. Easier to implement is not right, but together with this, I have, I think just despawn is better. It's easier overall. It's probably better described. So, despawn enemy which are too far away. Yes. And we take this option. Okay. Let's do this. Not spawn blocking tiles, unblocking tiles. This. Then I have this 3 task right now. Despawning. Let's start with despawning, or go to character, with random enemy, with enemy. I think this was the speed. Let's give them more speed. I can also spawn. Next game task. Okay, now I have faster enemies. Maybe too hard. Okay. Then I've done taking the enemy out, so I can only take this, not spawn on blocking tiles. When the game, the tick, create random enemy. I get a random position. It's position blocking. Perfect. It's a position and a map. That's why game state map. No, I just don't spawn it. Good enough. I also need to give them passing. Also game task. Find two. They are. Now I have the problem that my character can be spawned on. Let's... Who does... It's a game init. Here, I... Init players. have as a position. I need to find a position to spawn on. Or I make certain position always was. I could maybe don't want to spawn them all on the same position. Do I have find newest spawn position or something? Find newest unblocking position. Find newest. Find near blocking position. Yeah. Let's take position. And we need the map. We return a position. Mhm. Okay, and start with a 0, 0. Turn that. No. Well, let's keep current position. Pose. Let's write it out. Position blocking. Current position and map. Now I want to try all positions around it. So right, top from it, right from it, down from it, left from it, top right, top left, bottom right, bottom left, then 2 away, and so on. Is there an easy way to do this? I'm not aware of one. So Q into position has to change. This is a reference, or this is not a copy? Yes, it's a... Can I think I have to do it this way. Mm. To make I can first go the top position through. Let's make counter. I call it counter X. Can distance starts with 1. I start with minus distance. I will set Q in position X. Something is off. It should tell me that X exists in here. Does he do it now? Why does he tell me X0? Did I position? Okay, I have a position. Yes, a mistake. So now, yes, X equals pos plus counter and current position wise. Y plus minus distance. This would take the top left corner, and when I increase the counter, it would take 0, the top one in the next top right, then it would run in this direction. Isn't this good enough? I want the nearest. I don't know if I need it later. if I just want to find some random. If I want to be near to this starting area. Well, let's try to get this running. If I do counter x bigger than distance, this is correct. No, when it's 2, I want to say distance plus plus counter x equals minus distance. This would leave top row and then go on row. Now I need to also test the bottom, and I have 3 of 8 in the first iteration. Counter y also minus distance. I name counter y because it's negative, also edit. If this happens, I don't do this, I do counter y plus plus counter y. Maybe zx I go there. If I increase x and y, if counter x 0 and then counter y 0, then I do counter x plus plus. I count one more because I don't already tested the middle position. Does this make sense? Not quite. Test too many positions. If counter y equals a Maßpunkt absolut equals distance. So these are the edges. This code is hard to follow, but else counter x will be equals distance. This is not quite what I want, I think. If y is top or bottom, then I go over every options, but if it's in between, I only need the most left and most right. I will start with the most left. do this one, set it to the most right. And then already put it to the most left again. This is not correct. Does this mean I need this in here? Oops. I will set it to the most left. See, this is not the case. It's also not. Context is negative, so it will not be bigger than distance. The second case where I set it on distance, I will run through it. This is again not the case. Now this is the case. I will add. This could work. Then I don't take the result. I just take the queued position. Now it's exported. Currently, I still do stupid stuff. I test every pixel. I just need to test every tile. Which means I have to add map. I have to multiply by map tile size. This could work. Now I should test the position on every tile. Yes, let's try this. I can now let's remove this and make a position out of it. I has no value. I get a random position, but if I don't want to spawn the enemy near the player, so for enemy spawn it's not best, but for testing purposes, if my function works, it should be good. I have a map here, I have the game here. Map. And I can set the pose in this. Let's console log, pose to queue and position. Object. I currently don't know why he prints them out differently. I currently here is shifted. It doesn't look like one was on. It looks like it works. No one is spawning on, which means I can remove this. Or should I let it increase the potential of an enemy spawning on the player? Which would be another problem I would have to fix, but let's keep it. I don't need. Oh, I can keep it for player spawning. Now, where did I? Here I have it. Layer spawn is position and starts with x100 y 100 plus 8 times 50. I think yes. Position is okay. Let keyword we'll get the player spawn dated guys throw in. I updated on the player position. Let's do it. Here. With X and Y, pause X, Y. Y can also, well, let's keep it for now. Too much changes, probably. Now I have changed the character spawn. I have still the login, so I should see if I was moved. Moved me. Okay. So I should no longer be able to spawn, and the enemies also. Okay. Should no longer be able to spawn on blocking tiles. So game task, not spawn on blocking tiles. Choose, already chose. Okay, put in, don't spawn on blocking tiles. I forgot to take the logout. This is a potential endless loop if I have only blocking tiles. What does it do if I don't find? I don't have a tile, I say false. Okay. So eventually it can spawn me off a blocking tile because it pushes me to a non-created position, non-created map position. Puts me there and then creates the map. Okay. Problem for later. Also could think about making the enemies not stack so much, but also a problem for later. Now I have stuck enemies. Okay. Next task. Despawn enemies which are too far away. Spawn enemies constantly. That's currently happening, and if I despawn them, this will spawn new ones near me. Despawn enemies. Am I ticking here? I create the random enemy. Where do I delete enemies? Probably even if I detect hits. Let's see. No. Character death. Character death is okay. Then let's this class is getting quite big. Scrolling a lot. Can try to the outline. Oh, where can I pull it? Oh, I don't want to leave it there. I want to, yeah. Can I say yes? It's sorted. No, it's not sorted. Or is it sorted? Okay, I can by category. Okay, okay. Can go to game. Can make all small. To tick. I can add. Oh, delete. Despawn might be the better word. In let's throw it in here for the time being. I need can start with the game which has everything. I can have multiple players. To check it, don't need to do it every tick, but let's keep it for now. I need game characters. State characters. I need to do a small break. Be right back. in der Weg. So wherever I despawn enemies, far enemies, I turret over the length. I need to check the distance to the nearest player. Did I have something in this? When enemy runs towards the player, he has to decide to which enemy character. Determine closest player. Perfect. Did I do the changes in game? Okay. Closest player, can I import it? Export it. Characters. Player character. Get player characters. Can just do this. And does he need characters? Closest player. This is already have the distance. Let me think. I only am interested in the min distance. Calculating it a second time is not the best, so how can I split this up? I can return both the character and the distance. Probably the easiest fix. For the min distance, I will still have it, yes. And let's do it. Min distance. Down closest player. Characters. The function name is lying. Determines the closest character to the given character. Name determine closest character. Also not character. It's characters. Oops, I should have named it. Don't close character. Let's do this, or maybe it's min distance. Rename symbol min distance character. In distance. Yes, we need this. Let's do it like this. Now give me the stakes. I forgot the semicolon here. I need some instant player. Errors are gone. Why is the outline now so big? Go back to game. Min distance is min distance. Bigger do we take? 5. Let's do 400. If we want to delete, I need to go backwards. And minus minus, now I can delete game, state, characters. Was it? Moves the first element? No. Splice removes. We want from A and start, which is I1. Despawn for enemies. I have only the characters. Okay. Now run away. Inside despawn. Yes. Let's start new. Difficult start. I went away too far. They despawn. Which is what I wanted. I might increase the distance. But it works fine. Okay. Let's take 500. Let's two windows. Something doesn't add up. Tell me he's closed. He's open. Okay. I went away. Okay, the interesting part is no. Does this wonder if this dead player position should no longer count, I think. And now this one, okay. It's one. It's they're too fast to control two. And they are different. I lose synchronization. They already spawn different. Let's how can I restart? I connect, I restart. No, I reconnected. I looks identical. Still looks identical. Still looks identical. Now I move. So far, I think I know what happens. Now I'm generating the world only for this player because this only paints it and he doesn't. Whereas restart now, they are different, yes. Okay. Which means I need to generate the map. If I get the map tile and it doesn't exist. Invalid chunk. So if I get the chunk and the chunk doesn't exist, I need to generate it. And the generation is only in paint. Create new chunk. Type. Where is it? Here is it. If chunk, can it be undefined? I'm not sure what the state is. I don't have the game state. Well, what is the game state reason? Don't need the state. So I can delete it, which should create problems. Don't need the state. And also don't have it, and we have the map seed. I should have a map seed. Only unsure about what is this. Let's pick again. Let's close the other one for the moment. Or is this low? Not the newest stuff. Yep. This. Oops. That I don't think I can provoke it. In this way I can provoke it. Doesn't look like it. Oh, I did it. I get in here. It's undefined. Let me undefined. Oh. That new, make small, take half a screen. Same, they are synchronized. Oh, I have so far so good. They're already different. Can I look the same? Looks the same. Let's run around. This, no, this is a bit wider. And is also here. Still looks the same. I will play a bit. Need to run a bit further to get to new territory. Let's from upgrade. PS. I'm weak. Oh, can we see? Damage appears again. Looked still the same. multi-shot. More multi-shot. Still the same. Shot. Same. Thing. Let's take multi-shot again. Don't get. Taking a while to get strong. What HP left? Take HP. I'm getting strong slowly. Okay. Let's do random upgrades. No, I'm strong enough. Let's see. Still looking synchronized. Let's run straight up for a while. That's enough. Straight down, back. This looked like it lagged behind a bit on the left, but again. Okay, looks good enough. Now die. Looks synchronous, which is good. Can I still reconnect? It also still works. Let's use this. I think it looks good. Which means I have the despawn enemies in. Which results in new enemies spawning. Despawn for enemies. Next task would be enemy passing. Enemies need to find the way to the player. Currently they're stuck here and stop moving until the direct pass works again. Okay. This means what can I do? When I pick the enemy character, determine the move direction. Okay, I don't do the moving here. Tick characters, move character tick. Now the order is strange. When enemy determines the move direction, but it has to determine it based on if it can move or not. Okay. Paint. Ready? Can I do an image? Can I take this image paint on it? Don't know. No image data. Well, then I have, let's say here I have obstacles here and here, and here's a player and here's an enemy. How smart should it be? You can this can now run here and then realize here's a wall and run around it. Or he can just directly know the way and run. So he first tries just to run straight, then realizes there is a wall, and then pass finds. I think they should always pass find. At least for the start. So if I determine I have here the determine move direction. Enemy move direction. I currently calculate the direction, the direct angle to the player. This is no longer valid. Character and closest player. Okay, let's make some changes here. Function. Calculate angle. Have start pose is the position and target position and take calculate direction and I will return a number. I take this direction equals it's a number. I will have a start target pose and direction is I now I can move this out here and throw in calculate direction and character to closest player, and this should still work the same. Looking good. I'm unsure. This is the direction to run. If I have a closest player, if I don't have one, I don't move. Else I move, and now I need the next waypoint, basically. This doesn't need to be the closest player. Let's call it let next waypoint, which is a position. This could be the player. But if I can't reach the player, I need the next waypoint. And for this I need to write a pathfinding. Which already exists, but let's do it. On my own. Still unsure. Add next waypoint. Let's call it this. We have a character, and we have a target player. Well, it's more a target position. We have a character position and a target position, which is the player for us. And we need the map. Let's get the character tile. Not the tile. I have functions for that. To think. From here to here. Tile based. Well, let's probably just look it up fast again, Zasta. Zasta and open. Came from Straight line distant to a target point. Hmm. Okay, yeah, this path is not. It's only for 8 directions, not for arbitrary directions. I don't know if this will be a problem. I mean, enemies run a bit different, but it's still good enough. Mhm. And running diagonal is not an option for me. Well, it is, but problem is not in this example. I will try to understand it once. The Q cost plus estimated. Work them in a sorted order. Start with a node, add the neighbors. Give them estimated value and repeat. And at the end, I have a graph with values and I go the cheapest. I think. And is the cost of the cheapest one. If I reach the goal, I can reconstruct the path. Came from is a map, current is a node. So I run backwards. I am only interested in the first tile. For each neighbor. Current score plus the distance. This tentative score is smaller. Only then edit. So if we know further away, we don't need to edit. I'm not sure. G-score name. I mean, it's G-score starts with infinity, I think. So once we know a minimal path, no longer need bigger ones to check. Okay, I think I got it. Hmm. One which makes it a bit harder for me is that I have an infinite map based on chunks, but this shouldn't be a problem. Well, I'm not quite sure, but let's try to get it. They call it an open set. Came from we remember the node we came from, okay. Well, to start somehow. Do I need or priority queue? I don't think JavaScript has something like this by default. I could just use an array and keep it sorted. Good enough for now. So I have open nodes. Let's set which is position position is also not correct. It has to well, I can calculate the position back to a chunk tile. Um, but I also need to know it's an array of position and distance. Position is a position. Distance is a number. Distance is the estimate. I have to if I always calculate the position back to tile. I only add nodes which I can walk on. But the position has to be position. How do I get this? I have to, let's call it normalize the position. Position the correct word, or do I better give them chunk A, chunk J, and let's think by putting in the first. I would start with an empty array and I would push my own position in it. So the position is the character position and the distance is, if I calculate distance or something, I have calculate distance. Tell me much. Gives me a number. Calculate distance. 2 characters. Oh no, not 2 character positions. Character pose and target pose. Let's take it out for a moment. I forget. Oh, okay. This is what I forgot. Now I have one node, but the problem is that this position is bad. Or is it? We will see later, I would say. And then I have to loop as long as open nodes length bigger than 0. It's not empty. That's the same. Q equals goal. I have to think. I've always chunked to tile, I'm infinite. And from tile I get to concrete position. I start with this position. And of course, if this is already queued, I will also remove the queued. Queued node equals one nodes point by. Here's a mistake. Open nodes point splice. Nee, shift even. Shift. Was the first element von iron returns it, yes. Okay, now I want the nodes to have not the exact position, but more like a tile index. What is a good way to I could say my character position is 0, 0. Does it make it more complicated? I think yes. means I need to think how I can convert my position to a tile index. Let's think. Where do I have such calculations? Get map tile. I get the chunk. This is interesting. And then I also need to get the tile. Which is this. With this stuff I get the chunk to the tile. And I want to have chunk I, chunk j to get it from the map, and I and j, tile I and tile j to get this. And from this I need to put all 4 values in here. I think that makes it too complicated. Code. Let's try. Start with this. Start chunk I, start chunk j based on the character position. And the position we put in here will be temp position equals x and y. And we will calculate it by character position x minus start chunk j times chunk size no I need this is the chunk I'm in. The chunk I'm in is this, but chunk size is Wong, I need chunk lengths. If my chunk J is a second, I have 16, and I also need to add my floor, and I have to be careful with negative values. Let's throw this in here. Divide by map tile size and modulo and floor and put it up. So this maybe, and then the same for I. And I have start chunk I plus map chunk length I. Let's rename it tile I. And tile J. If I have this as a position and perfect function get or calculate, do I call it goes to tile IJ for let's keep it like that. I have a position was position and map game map. I return a position and I need all this stuff. I have one second. I have to write this small. I have a pose here. I did not replace. Did I replace it already? Must be. And then we return this. Test the map, and this is for the character position. Now I have a position I can pair. I think. I'm not sure if this is correct. If this is negative, I need the positive. Okay, I think it's could work. Okay, let target be position as is also it's this or target pose. Let's call it target ij. And of course we check if we have. And I have given node position given node point position. There it is. And something strange happened. X equals target ijx and then we have found and this currently only works if start character and target are the same. Why can it be undefined? I check if I have a length and then I shift, so something should come out of it. Can I do an exclamation mark here? Remove this. Okay. Now, if this is not the case, I need to add the nodes around it. Or to do something for each neighbor. We have the score of the current, G-score. F-score is the guess. Why do I have a G-score? G-score of the start is 0. Okay. This is 0. This is a distance. score of the neighbor will always be infinite. So we will believe we now have a better score, but I put it at G-score, tentative score. Currently known. Okay, this confused me. It's not known that this is an existing path, but that this could be a path. So this is also still the best guess. So we do this, we know we found a better path, and therefore we extend some maps. Makes sense. So this is basically check, does a neighbor already exist? Or the score for the neighbor already exist? Add neighbor. I can change the scores of the neighbor. But I'm reaching the time for a break. So let's keep this here. Do typing maybe passing to ring a star. Map tiles, distribute tiles I don't have. Balancing would be next time. Okay. Then one last round of play. I shoot enemies. It starts slow. Do I have multi-shot? I take what gives the best damage up for levels. Okay. Can I cheat a bit? Well, let's take passing as an advantage. Oh, dangerous. Oh, uh, 8 HP, still good enough. Oops. 48. Should get HP once I have the option. Yeah. I have a lot of skill points, random skill, and I'm strong. Random skill. And I can kill everything. Still running decently. Now it begins to lag. And run around a bit. They spawn and die. I'm fast. Oh, stuck. Okay. This is a bigger obstacle here. Still runs smooth enough. And let's die. 6,000 score. Okay, that's enough for today. See you next time. Bye bye.